Hey everyone, Dr. Tam here, your pain specialist and chiropractor, here to talk about neck problems that you probably don't know. Hey everybody, Dr. Tam here, your chiropractor and pain specialist, here to talk about something you do not know about your neck problems. Why you are having pain in your neck, shoulder blades, down your arms. You're confused, and I promise you is not due to the lack of pain medication in your system. So to dive right in, what do we need to know about your spine, about your neck, about your nerves? Well, to look at your spine right here, I'm gonna first dive into this MRI right here. This MRI, where many of you might have seen, is a picture of an MRI of the cervical spine in your neck. First, I wanna show you how to read an MRI. Looking at the MRI, this white part here that looks like a river stream coming down in the middle between some rocks is your spinal cord. Right in front of it sits the bones in your body, your disc. And if we were looking at this orientation, how is it actually orientated? Well, when you look at your bones, if you're looking at me, say facing this way, I'm like this. When you touch the back of your neck, those bony prominences in the back of your neck, that's here. So when we look at this, your MRI is actually flipped around on this page. This is the back of you. That's this right here. About 2 inches in front sits your spinal cord right in there. That's that white river raft stream coming down. And then in front of it, you have some building blocks here, some dark gaps. That is your bones, and the dark gaps is your disc. And your disc ultimately should be nice and even throughout the whole spine. But as you can see on this picture, you have the dark disc area bulging into the river here. Almost looks like a piece of rock fell into the river and now it's creating a dark divot right there. That is what a disc bulge or a disc herniation looks like. That is in the neck. Now, your neck have multiple bones. Every single level is named a different one. For example, if this were to be C2, this is now C3, C4, C5, C6, C7, okay? And C8 on the bottom. Now, when you look at C5 through 8, right through here, these are the most injured areas in your body. Now, how do injuries come in? How does it actually happen? Well, when you have an injury, whether it's a whiplash accident, stingers and burners, usually known in sports. Maybe you fell and you sprained your neck. Maybe you had a muscle strain. Maybe you were whitewater rafting and fell off and your helmet just happened to hit the rock and it caused whiplash once again. What happens then is now the disc can potentially bulge, and what you may feel is pain along any of this area in your neck, okay, caused by these problems. So pain in the neck in C5, 6, 7, and 8, I will describe all 4 areas because these are the 4 most common injured areas in your neck. If there was a disc bulge coming in at C5, you will have nerve pain coming down the shoulders into your upper arm, and you might feel like a little zinger coming down the side, but you'll also have a little bit of pain right between the shoulder blades. It's going to be hard lifting up your shoulders, moving your arm back and forth. Now that's C5. If you injured C6, C6 goes a little bit further down the arm into your thumb and part of your index finger as well, once again affecting the middle of your shoulder blades. If you injured C7 down here, this now goes not in your thumb or index finger, more so your middle finger and part of your 4th finger, also known as the ring finger as well. And it will come down the shoulder blades and also once again right between your shoulder blades in the middle. C8, when that's affected, C8 usually doesn't affect this part of your arm, but will go down here. Seems like the funny bone. Maybe you hit your funny bone sometimes and you see this, the back of your arm where the funny bone sits, right? It's only funny to other people because when that gets injured, it's not funny to you, I promise that. But over here is now C8 coming down into your pinky, part of your ring finger as well, but it's going up and down the shoulder blades. A lot of people tell me, Dr. Tam, I hold all my stress right here. You know, there's this hump that's building up in the back of the neck. It's usually not hereditary, okay? You didn't have it when you were young. You just developed it over time due to some injuries that you have sustained throughout your life. Maybe you fell off a bike when you were young. Maybe you were learning how to drive, or maybe you're a really good driver and other people weren't, and you got rear-ended. Maybe you were involved in sports, and now it caused an unknown herniated disc inside your body, causing you all kinds of problems here. Now, what does a herniated disc actually look like in this next picture? So we're going to take the bone that's here, and we're going to turn it and have you look at it from the top. From the top, it looks like this. This is a normal one. This is a compressed nerve root, right? So when you have a disc, the disc has the outside of the disc called the annulus, and that is really hard fibers. It's almost like hard leather, rubber out there. But the nucleus is on the inside. When there's an injury, what happens is the bone and the disc locks and it starts to move incorrectly, almost like a grinding. Sometimes you might hear as you're turning your neck, crickling or crackling in your neck. That's what that friction is. Well, over time, your disc can only handle so much. It will start to bulge or herniate out. It can herniate. Usually it's to the side or the back. It rarely herniates to the front because in front of your disc has really, really strong muscle, ligament, and fibers in the front. So it's gonna shoot out the back. For example, if this is now shooting into the right side, okay, now you might start noticing pain. Well, depending. If this was the right side C5, what would you start noticing? Going down the right arm, okay, into your shoulders and also the shoulder blades. But for example, if this was the right side of C6 that's pinched due to an accident or an injury, now you start having this problem here, C7, once again, and C8. Now I'm only showing the right side. It can also go into the left side as well, okay, because it can also have a bulging disc going out to this side, or it can start shooting into the middle. When it starts shooting into the middle, now you're gonna have a lot more problems than just the same nerve root. It can also affect other nerve roots as well. The only way to truly diagnose this problem is through either x-rays or MRIs. Over the last 11 years, over 7,000 people have reached out to our office for help with problems with their spine, disc problems. We've been able to help a lot of them with a very, very high success rate. If you have problems like this, it's not gonna go away on its own. And I promise you, medication's not gonna fix it, all right? Neither would physical therapy alone will correct this problem. Definitely because it's a physical problem, no shot in the world, cortisone shot, steroid shot, is really gonna correct the problem, all right? And now you end up with your last resort, which is surgery. Before you even get there, look at someone in your area, or if you are within the Vacaville area, look at our office coming for a consultation to see if spinal decompression therapy is going to be right for you. Spinal decompression therapy has helped millions of people around the world with disc problems and overall prevent it from happening again. Treat the root cause of the problem instead of just trying to mask symptoms. All right, I hope you learned a lot from this video. Have a great day.